Welcome to Incredible History, the series where we explore some of the most fascinating and lesser known stories from the past. Get ready for a journey through time as we uncover amazing events, figures, and cultures that shaped our world. This episode of Incredible History explores the controversial clash between Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut and the Sikh community. The issue began when Kangana made controversial comments regarding the 2020 to 2021 farmers' protests in India, many of whom were from the Sikh community. We dive deep into how her remarks were interpreted as offensive, sparking widespread outrage and legal action from the Sikh community. We will also examine the role of social media, the ongoing tensions between Bollywood celebrities and political activism, and how this controversy reflects larger debates on freedom of speech and religious sensitivities in India. Join us as we dissect the case from all angles, reflecting on its historical, cultural, and legal significance. Kangana Ranaut is no stranger to controversy. The Bollywood actress, known for her bold statements and strong opinions, found herself embroiled in a particularly heated controversy with the Sikh community in late 2021. This clash wasn't just a skirmish in the world of Indian cinema, but was tied deeply to larger political movements, religious sensitivities, and debates over freedom of expression in India. The backdrop of this controversy is the 2020 to 2021 Indian farmers' protest, where thousands of farmers, many of them from Punjab and belonging to the Sikh community, demonstrated against new agricultural laws introduced by the government. These laws were perceived to be in favor of corporate interests, and the protests garnered significant attention both within India and internationally. Many Sikh farmers became the face of the movement, which added a religious dimension to the political unrest. Kangana Ranaut, who has long been a supporter of the current Indian government, frequently took to social media to express her views on the protests. Her stance was clear. She believed that the protests were driven by anti-national elements and were an attempt to destabilize the country. But her rhetoric didn't sit well with many. In November 2021, Kangana Ranaut shared a social media post that referred to the protesting farmers as Khalistanis, a loaded term associated with the Sikh separatist movement of the 1980s and 1990s, which sought the creation of an independent Sikh state. Ranaut's post, which labeled the entire protest movement as anti-national and linked to Khalistani sympathizers, was perceived by many Sikhs as a gross generalization and an insult to their religion and community. Her comments fueled immediate outrage. The Sikh community, which had been central to the farmers' protests, saw this as not only an attack on their political stance, but also an affront to their identity. Many felt that Ranaut's statements were defamatory, religiously insensitive, and reinforced harmful stereotypes about Sikhs being separatists or extremists. The backlash against Kangana wasn't just on social media. Sikh groups filed multiple police complaints against her across several states, accusing her of hate speech, defamation, and incitement of communal discord. One such complaint led to an FIR, First Information Report, being filed in Mumbai. In this, Ranaut was accused of deliberately hurting the sentiments of the Sikh community and promoting enmity between different religious groups under the Indian Penal Code. Kangana, however, remained defiant. She refused to apologize and continued to defend her comments as her right to freedom of expression. In her view, her remarks were aimed at highlighting the supposed threat posed by Khalistani elements, and she denied intending any disrespect between Kangana Ranaut and the Sikh community, raised significant questions about the boundaries of free speech in India. While Kangana and her supporters argued that she was exercising her right to criticize the farmers' protests and highlight possible threats to national unity, her critics argued that her comments crossed a line into hate speech. This incident also revealed the increasingly tense relationship between Bollywood celebrities and political discourse in India. Kangana, unlike many other film stars, has not shied away from taking controversial political positions, particularly in support of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Her outspoken nature, while earning her a loyal fan base, has also made her a lightning rod for criticism, especially when her views intersect with sensitive religious and political issues. For the Sikh community, Kangana's comments touch a raw nerve. The association of the Sikh identity with the Khalistan movement remains a painful and sensitive issue for many, particularly given the violence and political instability of that era. By invoking Khalistan in the context of the farmers' protests, many Sikhs felt that Kangana was unfairly maligning their community and misrepresenting their political motivations. The role of social media in amplifying and intensifying this controversy cannot be overstated. Kangana's comments were disseminated and debated widely on platforms like Twitter and Instagram, with both supporters and detractors weighing in. Social media has become a key battleground for political and religious debates in India, with figures like Kangana using these platforms to broadcast their views unfiltered to millions of followers. At the same time, social media has also become a platform for holding public figures accountable. The speed with which the Sikh community mobilized online, calling for legal action and public apologies, reflects the power of digital activism in today's world. The Kangana Ranaut vs. Sikh controversy highlights the complex intersections of religion, politics, and freedom of speech in India today. It raises critical questions about the responsibilities of public figures in making sensitive political statements and the role of the law in balancing free speech with the protection of religious sentiments. As the legal battle continues and the public debate rages on, this case serves as a potent reminder of how deeply intertwined religion and politics remain in modern India, and how these tensions play out in the digital age.